Hey, YouTube fans, Mike Palumbo. I want to make a quick video about a court that my office appears and I appear and my office appears in regularly. It's the Harrison Town Court in Harrison, New York, County of Westchester. And in particular, it's a very nuanced court. And what I mean by that is there's 4 jurisdictions that write tickets to the Harrison Town Court. You've got the New York State Police, the Harrison Town Police, the Westchester County Police, and the SUNY Purchase Campus Police. There might even be a 5th one. I don't know, it's a lot of them though. And everyone is handled a little differently. For example, Westchester County Police prosecute their own tickets. So when we go to court, we deal with a Westchester County police officer acting as the prosecutor. The real nuance lies in the state police tickets. They're prosecuted by the town attorney, and he has a lot of little nuanced policies about how many tickets are written. And really, the rule of thumb is if it's a 90-mile-an-hour speed or more, it's going to be at least 2 court appearances. I mean, we'll always get it done, okay? But it's always going to be 2 court appearances. I can go into details about why it's not really relevant. It's the way he does things, you know. If it's a Harrison Town Court ticket, the cop who wrote the ticket prosecutes the ticket. Except if it has to go to trial, then the town attorney does the trial. And if it's the SUNY State Police, they prosecute the tickets themselves. And each agency, and depending on what cop wrote the ticket, is a little bit different, a little bit harder or easier to deal with. But it's a very confusing court because a lot of people, they'll get a ticket in there, and maybe they got a ticket by a local cop that went smooth, and then they got a 95-mile-an-hour speed by a state trooper a year later. Then they went in and they got totally sideswiped by what was going on, and they couldn't resolve it. And they were talking about trials. They called me. It's like it was such an easy court. I'm like, yeah, well, nothing's really easy. Traffic ticket practice, you know. It seems easy, but it's not. We prep all our cases for trial. We do all of our discovery. We do all of our disclosure. But if you get a ticket in the Harrison, New York Town Court, it's a much different experience depending on which agency wrote the ticket, how many tickets are written on the stop, and especially if it's the troopers, how fast over the speed limit, and your driving history too, because the town attorney really scrutinizes driving histories, and if you have an out-of-state driving history, you might want to even see it. Look, the guy does a professional job. I wish he was a little less diligent, but look, that's his thing. But it just underscores the importance of hiring a lawyer with these any court, whether it's in the Harrison Town Court or a different court, any court, because look, the judge is an attorney, the prosecutor is an attorney, the police officer is highly trained in the specificities of traffic law and court. For intensive purposes, he's got the same experience and training as I do for in that narrow area. And what do you? You don't have any of that training or experience. So it's really important to hire a lawyer. We've got a court for you, and in courts, and I'm going to do other videos on other courts. And you'll see, there's a big difference between where your ticket was written, even if it's in the same county, where your ticket was written. Sometimes what judge you catch. Sometimes the method is judge shopping. There are courts in New York State where one judge couldn't be nicer and the other one's a terror. And we try to pitch around the bad judges and get stuff in front of the friendly judge. It's called judge shopping. You're not supposed to do it. But we have our ways. It doesn't always work, but it works most of the time. Anyhow, Mike Palumbo, if you have any ticket in Harrison, New York, or anywhere in the state of New York, reach out and give us a call. I'll be seeing you on the next one.